live on stage out here, man. It's been a lot of little, a couple of little things going on, with this technology, AI. I warned y'all before about the technology with the AI and how they can use that to blame the Hebrew Israelites for certain things, man. It's a picture going around, but it's been found out that it was fake news. But somebody had an AI generated picture of a so-called black Hebrew Israelite wearing a purple shirt. You know who they was pointing at with that, to say that this man had been arrested for going on social media saying that he was going to go and assassinate that comedian Drewski
I saw that.
for rattling the feathers of the Hebrew Israelites. Well, now which he didn't really rattle the feathers, not nobody over here, but he marked himself. You know, it's a couple of little extra. It's quite a few things going on, but I just wanted to just bring that out. You got to be real wary with the AI, man, because they're going to use that to be the accuser of thy brethren. So you're going to see a lot of AI generated pictures coming out in stories trying to demonize the Hebrew Israelites, man. But Shalom, man. But
Shalom.
before we get started, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadosh.
double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught us this 100% truth. To a few Akim and Akwathia out there listening and learning on the sidelines, Shalom to you as well.
Shalom.
Camps with the likewise doctrine, Shalom, and salutations to the hopeful elect, man.
Shalom.
And there was something else that I wanted to mention too. Starting in November, well, this month actually, Section 8, they only gonna have funds for this month, and they're gonna stop issuing out those vouchers next month in December. So they gave you a little bit with your little food stamps. They opened up the government to give you people some hope. They gave y'all some false hope, and y'all thinking that in y'all mind that, hey, I got some things might get to looking up. But now that's not the case, man, because you're going right back in that complacent sleep that you were in the first place. You got back comfortable overnight. Because like we all know that this was an experiment to see how you people will react out there.
Exactly.
And it showed, and it exposed a lot of you that you are dependent on Egypt, that you can't do nothing on your own, that you women, y'all are not strong black women. Y'all are just as feeble as the rest of them, because y'all needed these dainties to get by. But now you're gonna have to make up your mind on what you're gonna do. You're gonna pay your rent, or are you gonna buy all these Christmas gifts? You gonna waste your money on Black Friday, or you gonna try to put some food in your house? You gonna have to make a choice now, because the days that we coming in are gonna be very, very, very dark for you women and for you men out there, man, because you're not exempt as well, So it's gonna get really hectic out here in the coming months ahead, man. Is y'all forgetting? Just because they opened up the government, it doesn't mean that things are going back to normal. Babylon is a done data, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen in waves. It's not just you're gonna wake up in the morning and shit gonna be hitting the fan. That's not how it's gonna happen. It's gonna gradually happen, and shit gonna hit the fan. Mind you, in July the 4th, that's the 250th year of the Declaration of Independence, man. And a lot of kingdoms only lasted that amount of years, and then destruction came, man.
I got a precept for you. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 30. And I'm going to read on down to read 3 verses. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. We see that happening a lot amongst MAGA now, because They're ashamed of their Pharaoh. Who is their Pharaoh? Trump. They're ashamed that they voted for this man, even though they didn't vote for him. But this is part of the sorcery that Esau uses. He'll make you think that it's your fault. But no, it's not your fault, because presidents are not elected, they're selected. So it doesn't matter who you voted for. You was going to get the same outcome. Regardless if Kamala Harris or Trump was in office, the same thing was going to happen, because this is the Lord's will for this country to be destroyed. Now, the other part of that verse, Egypt, your confusion. Modern day Egypt, United States. It's a melting pot of all our kingdoms, which turns out to be the worst kingdom of all. It's Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah, Rome, all rolled into one.
Yep.
Greece, all our captivities rolled up into one, and it's the worst one. You can obviously see the spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah on this place, as well as the other spirits. The spirit of Egypt is on this place, because these people believe wholeheartedly that we were put here just to serve them, and they refuse to believe otherwise. So the Lord is going to shake, they're going to rattle their cages and show them their true place in this universe. Because Edomites, y'all got a big head, man. And just like now, y'all starting to see that how you've been lied to by your government, by your rulers. You're starting to see now that your rulers have been lying to you since they've been in office, because this man is still trying to go above and beyond to keep those Epstein files sealed. That was one of the reasons of the government shutdown, because they didn't want to swear this woman in that had the final vote, the vote with the most weight to release those files. Now, Trump is on a damage control campaign right now, where he's trying to discredit the Democrats, talking about he's going to launch an investigation into the Democrats. I think he was claiming that they tampered with the files or whatever. But no, the truth is finally coming out. In America, they want to know the truth. Your government don't want to give you the truth, because these are not righteous people. That's what it comes down to. As you can see, at every given chance they have, they lie to you. But yet you still trust in Egypt. You deserve everything you get for trusting these people. Whoever trusts in liars, that's insane. Go ahead.
I got Isaiah 19:1, because you can clearly see the division amongst the so-called Democrats and the Republicans, man. And that's the foreshadowing of things to come, when people rising up against one another, man. This is Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight, every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And that's what you're seeing right now with this big division, man, amongst and it is all just smoke and mirrors at the end of the day. You know, they keeping y'all mind off what's really going on with this Democrat Republican BS. It's just to keep you people minds off of what's really cracking over here. The fact that this place is going down the drain, and them people really don't hold no power, man. That power was given to them by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. And with that power, they doing the will of the Father, and that's to destroy Babylon, man. That's why the brother was saying about putting your faith in his land, man. You putting your faith in a melting pot, bro. This place is everything wrapped up in one, and you're not physically in bondage, because you can kind of do what you want to do, but mentally, a lot of y'all mind gone, mental bondage, man.
Yeah, that's the strongest captivity,
Yep.
because the most productive slave is the one who doesn't know that he's a slave. He think he's working to build a future for his family. These are the lies that they feed you to motivate you to work for them, make them rich, while you take home peanuts every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
This is the sorcery. You people going to work, not saying that there's something wrong with liking your job, but there are some people who are obsessed with their job.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people who without their job, they'll die because they think that their job gives them value, which it doesn't.
This I had seen this video this morning. They say that there was an article. It says that 95% of Americans are pretty much in the bind. 95%, and out of that 95%, that when they got to pay they rent, they lights, pay for food, and any other necessity that they have outside of doing something for themselves, by the time they done paid all of that, they have nothing for themselves.
No.
Nothing. You have to pay. As soon as you working to pay somebody, man. You working to pay somebody, and that's what America is all about. It's a big ass corporation.
Yeah. See, that another part of the sorcery of America is that a lot of people that don't even know to this day that they are perpetual debt slaves. Because check it out, what you do with your check? You work 2 weeks, you get paid, you pay your bills. When do these bills stop? They don't. You'll never pay them off. You'll never pay off rent. You'll never pay off light bills. You'll never pay off water bills, which I don't understand why we paying water bills anyway.
Exactly.
When the earth is over 75% water from the heavens. But we got to pay for it. Okay? If we paying for water, who are we paying? We paying Esau. Just like you paying Esau for your clothes, which we used to make from scratch back in the day. You paying Esau for food, which we used to grow on our own back in the day. You depending on Esau for everything, in the want of all things, roughly paraphrasing the scripture. Now, he got you where he wants you. Totally dependent on him. You see, this man is showing his true colors a little bit at a time. You saw how quick he snatched them benefits and used them as leverage because he didn't get his way. You see how quick he can switch it up on you, but yet y'all still want to trust this man. You see how he don't give a damn about your children starving. Meanwhile, he building a ballroom that ain't nobody coming to because don't nobody like him. He ain't entertaining nobody because no world leaders like him. He's so busy trying to be the man when he's too stupid to recognize that these leaders, not only do they not like him, but they don't respect him.
And they laughing at this old fool ass too.
Exactly.
Gazing stop.
But see, he's too senile and too caught up in his own delusion to see that or accept it. He probably knows it, but he refuses to accept it as being true. He thinks he can change it or sway them or even bribe them into liking him. No, Trump, you are one of the most detested people on the planet right now. And your administration as well, because they just like you, if not worse.
Yeah. I got Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take heed, good heed, and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. And that's something about Trump, man. He had y'all people thinking that he was finna do all this amazing good shit when he was running. He get in that seat. Now look, all this different type of wickedness that came out into the earth. All these draconian measures this man's taking, using food to make you people bend at his will. Mm-hmm. This is the devil we speaking about, man. You know, and I got something that I want to share with y'all later. It's called the Rockefeller Secret Covenant. Now, I'm going to read some things for y'all, and you better take heed to it, because this is exactly what they have done and what they doing now, man. And it's just getting worse. You know, you got something, brother?
Yeah, I had a precept for you on how, when you were talking about how Trump was on his campaign trail, how he fed y'all all these lies. Mm-hmm. And that goes back to Romans chapter 16, verse 18. For they that are such serve not our Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. That's all that podium talk that y'all fall for every time. These people, these liars stand behind these podiums and promise freedom and justice and equality for everybody and won't nobody be left out. And this the greatest country and all this shit, y'all eat it up.
Yeah.
But when you walk outside, you don't see that. You see the opposite of what they talking about. But see, y'all fall for that podium talk. You fall for those spells, those carefully crafted spells to put you at ease mentally.
Yeah.
To rock you back to sleep, basically. You fall for the podium talk. And it's not only politicians, it's pastors too that give you that podium talk to put you back to sleep.
Yeah.
They coming at you with lies every Sunday. God loves everybody. There ain't gonna be no Jacob's trouble. We got another rapture coming. All this bullshit. But see, the worst part about it is our people pay for these lies when they go up in these churches.
Insane.
That's the worst part about it. And that goes back to our that scripture. While people say, "Prophesy not to us right things, but prophesy to us smooth things." Prophesy deceits. Yep. Roughly paraphrasing. Yeah, that's our people. Because look how long this truth has been out. This truth is mainstream now. But yet our people still flocking to these churches paying for these lies. And guess what? You deserve everything that you're going to get because you are trusting in false idols. You are trusting in liars. So you're going to deserve whatever you get by trusting liars and worshiping false idols and not your true power. I'm talking to our people. I'm talking to the Israelites. You deserve whatever you get because you have been warned and you have been told, yet you constantly rebel. So you gonna get what you get.
I got John 15:22 to back you up on that. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin. And like the brother said, this truth is mainstream, man. It's all over the place. You can't go nowhere without seeing an Israelite brother out there on the highways and hedges, no matter if he's an IUIC member, a HOI, whatever you want to call it, brother. Great Millstone. It's a brother somewhere out there bringing this truth out, man. That's why it says in the scriptures that it's going to be preached all over the world. So when this judgment take place, you're not going to have no excuse, man. You're not going to have no excuse when them judgments start flying out, man. Ain't going to be no way around it or under it or over it, dude. You know, that's why these warnings are going out now, and eventually they are going to be stopped. The men are going to be removed off them street corners, and y'all going to be out here sore confounded because y'all didn't pay attention. Y'all was too busy laughing, making videos, mocking and scoffing and talking madness, man. You know, but at the end of the day, that's going to be a hard pill for you to swallow when the things hit the fan, man. When it get real funky out here, and you can't take that stench, it's going to be too late, buddy.
I got a precept for you. This is Psalms chapter 110, verse 2. The Lord shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion. Rule thou in the midst of thine enemies. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauty of holiness from the womb of the morning. Thou hast the dew of thy youth. So when that day come, y'all gonna be willing because in that day, you're gonna have actual proof because you're gonna actually witness the coming of the Lord. Some of y'all might be lucky enough to live that long just to see that before we take you out. But when you see true proof, when you see that fathership, all the chariots, you might see the Lord himself. That's when you gonna be okay, I'm all chips in now I believe. No, because guess what the Lord said? Without faith, you cannot please him. So if you don't have the faith now, or you're building your faith, the Lord gonna know when you lying. Y'all act like y'all can just play the Lord like he's just a dummy off the streets or somebody. The Lord knows you because he created you. So those out there who think they can just finesse the Lord, you stupid as hell. Like the Lord ain't gonna know when you lying. Go ahead, bro.
And y'all ain't got the faith anyway. Like when they say when that day do come, and you lucky enough to be here to see the Father and the Son pull up in that mothership, the Son, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah pull up in that mothership, man. You had no faith, so you want to start to believe it now. You know, we ain't never seen any of these things, but yet we still believe because the Most High blessed certain brothers with faith to believe things that they have not seen yet. Because that's what faith is. This is Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for. We hope to see Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. We hope to be in them chariots, man. You know, the evidence of things not seen. We have not seen none of these things, but yet we still believe it. You know why? Because faith is a gift, and everybody doesn't have that, man. Everybody doesn't have faith. You can run around here and say you got faith, and then when his shit hit the fan, you're going to run right to Esau and ask for them dainties, don't you?
Uh-huh.
So how do you got faith?
You didn't run to your house by Shimmy House Shot. You got on the phone trying to call the food stamp people.
Yeah.
Let me see, I got one. I got this precept for you. This is, I just had. This is the book of James, chapter 2, we'll start at verse 14. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he have faith and not have works? Can faith save him? If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, see that famine, and one of you say to them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not the things which are needful to the body, what doth it profit? Even so faith, if it have not works, is dead, being alone. Yeah, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show you my faith by my works. So, if you really believe on something, you're gonna be an active participant. Not. I will say this: not every brother was born to be a teacher or a prophet, but the Lord knows when you are sincere and passionate about something, because He knows that you're gonna go all in. You're gonna go hard for it, for what you believe. But if you're around a bunch of people who they throwing mud on the truth, and they still supporting and upholding Christianity, what would you do in that situation? Would you address them? Would you rebuke them? Would you correct them? Or would you go along to get along? That's what faith comes in at. That's a part of it. Because if you don't stand up for something, you obviously don't believe in it. So you can then, at the end of all that, when you are half-ass and agreeing with the lying-ass Christians, when the Lord pull up, now you want to pretend like you believed in your house by Shem your house shot all the time. And the Lord gonna see right through that and thrust you through. Get out my face. You know why? Because lying tongues are an abomination to the Lord, says Proverbs chapter 6. Lying tongue, a proud look, and hands that shed innocent blood. All of these are abominations unto the Lord. So, with that being said, you think the Lord gonna send a chariot for a bunch of liars? No. You think the Lord gonna send a chariot to scoop up a whole bunch of idol worshipers? No. Proud liars, Christians? No. No, y'all gonna burn, because you are walking abominations unto the Lord. You're not sincere, and He gonna see right through that, just like He gave us the spiritual discernment to see right through that. That's why we call y'all out on y'all BS, because we know y'all don't have faith, because you don't show it, you don't act on it. Anybody can give lip service, but when it's time to prove it, you fall short every time, because you defending false doctrines and false idols still to this day. So all them lies gonna catch up with you when you see a chariot roll right by you thinking it's going to scoop you up and you're going to burn.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead,
That's
bro.
exactly right, man. That faith thing, that's just that gift. And a lot of you people, they basically finna be exposed of not having that when the true trouble start to come. When Jacob's trouble come around the corner, and a lot of you people that claim you have faith, it starts to show that you never had it in the first place.
Exactly.
Because you're gonna be out here ransacking each other. You're not gonna be calling on the name because you're not gonna have a name. You're not gonna have the truth because the scriptures is gonna be the stability of those times. You're gonna understand why these things are happening. And the only people that's gonna eat in that day is the servants of the Lord, man. The rest of you people will be out here in the shame too. And I want to actually go and get that. My servants shall eat, man, because that's how it's gonna be in that day.
See, now y'all got y'all food stamps back. Now you let your guard back down. You're back comfortable and complacent.
Asking for prayers and all of that during that time when they want to get no stamps. Asking for prayers, y'all want to call out. It's always like that with you Christians. Y'all always want to call out when that calamity comes.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, the Most High is going to laugh at that calamity when that comes to you, man, because y'all never call on him in the first place, man. This is Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. And the servants of the Lord Yahweh is going to also rejoice in that day, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be happy because, hey, brothers know that, hey, we got next in this new rulership that's coming on. Especially if we are part of that number, Lord willing, man. You know, so yeah, we're going to be rejoicing. We're going to go through a lot of things in that day too. But not like y'all that's stuck in this world, thinking that everything is going to continue as they are, thinking that troubles are not going to ever come. And you be real close to troubles, and then things somehow seem like it's getting ready to go back to normal to get you back in that complacent state of mind. And then it comes back around twofold the second time.
Exactly.
And then it's going to keep on intensifying until it's here to stay, and it ain't going to go back. That's when you people going to lose your mind.
The truth of the matter is, one of the reasons why a lot of our people, they fight against the truth because they really don't want the kingdom to come. They don't. Our people have been so brainwashed into thinking America is something that it's not, that they are willing to stay up under the Esau's boot and deny the Lord's coming. They deny the Lord. They don't want him to rule, just like back in the day. What did our people say? Give us Barabbas. Mm-hmm. They don't want Yahweh Shem Shai rulership. But lucky for us, it ain't about what they want. Because if the Christians had their way, Esau would never be judged. He would never be punished. So, by default, you Christians denying the truth and don't want the kingdom to come, you are technically an enemy of Israel. And you will be thrust through for it. What the Lord say, roughly paraphrasing. For those who don't want me to reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me, roughly paraphrasing. Yeah. You are technically enemies of the state. Go ahead, bro.
And you're Christian on the comment board. If you ain't an Israelite, that word that God that you said that is your savior, if you ain't an Israelite, you ain't got no savior, man.
Exactly.
You know, y'all constantly get on here and talk about God is your savior. God just means power. What is your God's name? Because the God of Israel, Yahweh Shem Shai, if you're not an Israelite, you're not being dealt with by the Lord, man. This is Psalms 147:19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. That's why y'all be just blindly thinking y'all following the scriptures or thinking y'all knowing the scriptures. Y'all don't have the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai on y'all. Y'all don't have the truth. You don't have the name. You just get on these comment boards and you run it up talking about my God this and my God that. You're going to find out in that day. You're going to find out in that day when that calamity come, call on them gods and see that they don't deliver you on that day of Yahweh's wrath.
I got a precept for you. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your power and none else. And my people should never be ashamed. This book is only for Israelites. I don't care what type of hard time you have processing that. We don't care. We don't care about how you deal with reality or truth. That's not our problem. That's yours. The scriptures say what they say and they mean what they mean. The Lord is only dealing with the nation of Israel, and not all of Israel, only the 144,000 innumerable 1/3. You got to remember, the Lord is about to put to death 2/3 of his own nation. So you other nations don't have a chance. You are enemies of Israel. You partook in our captivity, our enslavement. You took advantage. You took our gifts, our crafts, and you profited. Still knowing who we were. Now that we found out who we was, now you want to join the club? No, this is bloodline only, baby.
I got Amos chapter 3 and 2. This is the NIV. Only you have I chosen of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your sins. And that's why our people go through the most. Because the scriptures say that no nation on this earth has went through what the Israelites have went through, man.
Not yet.
But y'all finna get it. It's coming back around. You know, whether you believe that or not, it doesn't matter what you believe, but it's going to happen.
So for all you Christians having problems processing the truth, that's not our problem. That's your problem for believing lies. Matter of fact, I don't understand why you're mad at us for telling the truth. You should be mad at the people who've been lying to you your whole life. Generational lies passed down. Go get mad at them. Because we don't care how you process truth or not process it. That's not why we're out here. We're out here for the elect, not the emotional Christians. Take it to church. Ask your pastor to explain the lies that he's been telling you, and get off our comment board with them emotions.
Get mad at the powers that be that's poisoning your ass every single day, willingly poisoning everybody out here. We trying to give out this message of life, and y'all just playing, man. Matter of fact, get mad at this. I'm gonna read a couple of these. The Rockefeller Secret Covenant. It says, an illusion, it will be so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. It's talking about you everyday people out here. You're not going to be able to pay attention. You ain't going to pay attention to this thing. That's how sneaky and crafty these devils were when they was doing this. It says, those who will set it will be thought of as insane. People that see this and speak on it like us, we looked at as we crazy. You know, we blowing the whistle on this thing. It's other people out here blowing the whistle on this. And y'all look at us like we crazy, but it's written upon tables. Y'all ass just crazy for not paying attention and delusional and sottish. We will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. You can have a company, right? Well, one owner. He owns Walmart. And then he got another company that he named something else. And then he got another company that he named something else, but that umbrella is through him. So he's getting paid through all these different companies, and you people paying this one dude that's running all these different corporations under different names.
That's how BlackRock and Vanguard move.
Yeah. It says, we will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be accomplished one drop at a time, so as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. It says, we will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the absolute. We will work together always and remain bound blood by blood in secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks. So if you in this family, if you speak out against they got a blood in and blood out oath. If you speak against this and you're related to these people, the only way you getting out of it is death. They're gonna kill their own kind, man. It says, we will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways, so they will never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators, and sedatives in food and water, also in the air, them chemtrails. They will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn. The soft metals will cause them to lose their minds. We will promote to find a cure from our many fronts. Yet we will feed them more poison. The poisons will be absorbed through their skin and mouth. They will destroy their minds and reproductive systems. From all this, their children will be born dead, and we will conceal this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything that surrounds them, in what they drink, eat, breathe, and wear. We must be ingenious in dispensing the poisons, for they can see far. We will teach them that poisons are good, with fun images and musical tones.
Fluoride.
Yeah.
And the toothpaste.
Yeah. Those they look up to will help. Your people, your celebrities, your rappers. You know, remember how they was promoting that C-19 shot, right?
And most of them paid for it with their life.
Yeah. Let me see.
Dummies.
Those they look up to will help. We will enlist them to push our poisons. They will see our products being used in film and will grow accustomed to them and will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into the blood of their children and convince them it's for their health.
See?
We will start early on when their minds are young. We will target their children with what children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill their mind and steal their future. When their ability to learn has been affected, we will create medicine that will make them sicker and cause other diseases, for which will create yet more medicine. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. They will grow depressed, slow, obese, and when they come to us for help, we will give them more poison.
See?
You see that?
See that? Y'all crazy as hell for trusting in your enemy, man. Now, it's no coincidence Pfizer making all these medicine, but hasn't cured not one disease.
Mm-hmm.
I got a precept. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? You just heard that come to life. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. Because we have said, we have made a covenant with death. Did he not just read that? And with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. Because Esau thinks he shall not be moved. He'll never be in adversity. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. What is that falsehood? That falsehood of good intentions. This man lures you with smooth and buttery lies, and you believe it. Just like the fluoride in the toothpaste. That will kill you. Fluoride is very poisonous to the body. But what did Esau tell you? Fluoride make your teeth strong. No, they don't. I got toothpaste at my house that ain't got no fluoride in it. All this little stuff that you've been told over and over and over your whole life that is safe and it's good for you, it's not. Prime example, we the only people that drink milk from animals. Cow's milk, goat's milk. Esau told you it was good for you. It's no wonder that a lot of people are lactose intolerant because we're not meant to drink cow's milk. That's why you lactose intolerant. They got to do all these chemical changes to the milk.
Yeah.
That's destroying you even further. Just like they chemically change down to the DNA level now. They altering the fruits, the vegetables, the meat. But they telling you it's good for you. Lab-grown meat is good for you. Veggie burgers good for you. All this shit that does not exist in nature. All these processed foods. And a lot of these ingredients, these long scientific words are not ingredients, these are chemicals.
Mm-hmm. Another thing with Esau as well. Y'all go look this up yourself if you think I'm just capping. They got a website, and I got it pulled up right here. They got a website right now where you can order organic dog meat. Organic dog meat is called Elwood's Organic Dog Meat. Delicious dog since 1981. Elwood's Organic Dog Meat. And then it goes into why you should eat dog meat and all this crazy madness, man.
See, that's Esau, man. There's no cap to his madness, to his insanity.
I don't even know if y'all can see this, but I'm going to put it there. Hopefully y'all can see that.
It ain't no limit to this man's insanity, to his delusion, to his wickedness. But y'all gonna choose to trust in him. Just like he laces everything with pork. For no reason. He got pork in places that you'll never think pork was at, like in concrete. You'll never think pork was in concrete. This man laces your environment with poison because he knows who you are. He knows who he is. Esau knows how weak he is. So what does he do? He try to make you as weak as him. Because he knows you're the Lord's people. So he gonna try to make you as weak as him with all the subtleties of the devil. You got something, bro?
That's why I says, that's why I like with all these poisons and stuff in the air, if it wasn't for the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man, a lot of us would be dead, man.
Yeah.
The stuff that's being pushed out here, the red 40s that's being pushed in the food, the chemtrails, the fluoride, the toothpaste, the heavy amounts of lead in the water.
Fluoride in the water too.
All of that stuff, man, could have been took us out. You know, that's why we need the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is Psalms 59:2. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity and save me from bloody men. For lo, they lie and wait for my soul. The mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgression nor for my sin. Oh Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. These people just hate us, man. That's why they want to take us out. They got a perpetual hatred toward us. And they poisoning their own people as well, trying to get to us. Because they know who we are. They know we are the people of the Lord, man. That's why, like when the brother said, they lace pork with everything. They put pork in everything. Because they know that's something that we're not supposed to be dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
They put it in your toothpaste, in your Hall's cough drop.
It's in Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
That's why Kool-Aid was so popular in the hood. Got you drinking poison. I grew up on it, I ain't gonna lie. But later in life, I found out the shit had pork in it. Yeah. And I don't drink Kool-Aid no more. And there's a lot of processed snacks that's laced with pork. Mm-hmm. And that's sold in the hood at the Asian store, at the Korean store, at the African store. Why we can't have a store in our own hood? Because Esau don't want us to get above him.
Yep, and that's part of the curses too. You know, the enemies that surround us will get way ahead of us and we will become very low.
Exactly.
I'm just paraphrasing that. Yeah, but that's why a lot of you got people out here that have a little small successful black business, but then like when you have things happen like pandemics, you get blown out the water.
Yep.
I knew this where I used to stay at, it was this during the pandemic in 2020, man. When it was a store it was called Community Dollar. And it was owned by a little black couple. And they lasted for about 2 years. And then eventually they had to shut it down. You know, and it was over there by Kroger and all the other little stores in the area, like Family Dollar and stuff. And you know how Esau get. Esau think Jake trying to compete.
Yeah.
And do something to get them shut down, man.
That's what Esau does. Esau, he gets in his feelings at the thought of Jake competing because he knows who's going to win. He gets very emotional. Just like I said, man, in the videos I did this week, Esau does not rule the world. Esau's emotions rule the world. Esau does not make the laws. His emotions do. That's why this place is so effed up. Because Esau is a very emotional man. Most of the emotions he feels is jealousy, envy, and hatred.
Yeah.
And his society, this kingdom is a reflection of his emotions. Look how he's still trying to make ICE come down on our people. Yet still pardoning criminals. January 6th offenders. They still getting in trouble. And he's still pardoning them. Benjamin Netanyahu, BB, Malkowski. He's trying to pardon him for war crimes. You have no jurisdiction, baby. I think that's got to go through the ICC, the International Criminal Courts. But you see the wickedness. This man is giving pardons to wicked people, wicked Edomites, but rounding up the righteous and lying on them. Mm-hmm. Like I said, this kingdom is a reflection of Esau's emotions.
That's facts. Everything that Esau, since America has been created, you know, Esau ran his place with his feelings, man. Rape, robbery, pillaging, you know.
Made a law that mixed couples can't marry, you know, and that was aimed at us because Jake was taking Edomite women anyway. They was coming willingly.
Yeah.
Esau, little jealous ass, had to put a little stop to it because they didn't want the Vienna sausage. They wanted the Pringles cans. Like the elders say. Go ahead, bro.
Like one of them Edomite sisters said, she preferred to have a so-called black man as her baby father because the baby's going to be stronger.
And she want her children to go out in the sun.
Yeah.
And not get sick from the sun. Not get sick from being outside in general. It's no secret that when you watch a TV and you come across these strange commercials, these strange rare diseases, a lot of these are Edomite-based diseases.
Yeah. Patented by Edomites.
Yeah.
Because they are physicians with no value.
So who's the weaker vessel? We know who's the weaker vessel. Because y'all, Edomites are very accident prone. They're not coordinated for real. There's a lot of people at my job. They wake up in the morning and break a leg. Literally, bro. I mean, no coordination, bro. Accident prone. That's what they call it. Like, how you do that? Oh, I just woke up and twisted my ankle and fell and hit my head and all kind of atrocities.
Yeah, they be fucked up.
Yeah, man. No coordination. But you're superior. You can't go out in the sun without chemicals, but you superior. Now they got some type of wickedness out called melanin drops, where they trying to be like us. Look, if you are not born with melanin in your DNA, there's no other way you can obtain melanin in your body. your body's going to naturally reject it, because if you're not born with it, it's not supposed to be there. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a negative reaction to it because it's not supposed to be there. That's not you, E. Your body, your DNA is totally different from ours. You are sodium based. We are selenium based. Selenium is in the soil. That's why you get hot all the time. You got sodium in your DNA. That's why you are easy to come to anger. It's that you are sodium based, baby. You're not selenium based. Selenium is in the earth. That's why Adam means from the ground. That is literal. That's why when it says we are literally of this earth, that's literal. We were created to survive here, not you.
That's why the scriptures call you a base man.
Exactly.
You're down here.
You that default character.
When a foundation is built, you way down there on the bottom somewhere, bro, on the food chain. But because we went off, we've been put down there. But hey, the Lord building us back up. He's building his men back up on this side. Lord willing, we up that number and of them men, you know. And the rest of you cats out here, you're too thinking that America's going to keep on building up when it's falling right before your eyes. You people crazy, like y'all don't even see it. Y'all do not see it, man. It's playing upon tables what's getting ready to happen here. But y'all still trying to get ready for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, and your New Year's gonna be shitty. Your so-called New Year's, you're gonna be shitty because if you on Session 8, you finna be getting put out. You finna get put out the first so-called year.
I want to make a correction. Edomites are not sodium-based, they're sulfur-based.
Sulfur, yeah.
They're sulfur-based. That's why you're always mad. That's why you're always hot. And we're not. We're the opposite. And I promise you, when a lot of y'all food stamps finally came through at the last minute, I bet a lot of y'all think cheese and rice.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
I know you did.
I heard a woman at work say that.
See, I know you did. Because you think the white boy did this for you. That false idol. No. The Lord is baiting you up to continue to trust in your enemy so he can disappoint you and you can get judged. That's why it says in Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy. Like his iron rust, so is his wickedness. It also says, a gift destroyeth the hearts.
And hey, that happened. That happened and happening. Because that's basically what that is, a little incentive, a little gift for you to be able to buy food and stuff, and then you grow feeling entitled to it. And then once you feel like you entitled to it, then that pride come into an effect. And then y'all go on social media and ramble about it. And then somebody hear about it and then they tell on your ass. Now your benefits get took from you. Now you out here crying and you're mad, but you did it to yourself because you let that pride take over.
Putting your business out there.
Yeah.
And I told it to some people this past weekend. If you don't want people to have an opinion about your business, stop putting your business on social media, because everybody's not going to agree with you. And if you got a problem with people not agreeing with you, maybe you should put it out there for the world to see and criticize. Keep your business to yourself. If you don't want outsiders criticizing the moves you making. Y'all get social media sensitive, where you actually want to get in your car and go and gun down a stranger for commenting on one of your posts. That is weak, that is emotional, and that's how Esau wants you, on edge.
And that's a common thing nowadays, people getting into it on social media.
Yo, these keyboard warriors.
Talk about I'm outside. Next thing you know, you getting mowed down by plenty bullets. Because you and your pride, you and your feelings, you think you can't be touched. You think you got something to prove to these stupid ass people that don't give a shit about you.
Exactly.
Now you done got some dirt put on you.
These people don't even know you personally. Never stood in front of you in 3D. But for some reason, this person's opinion means everything to you. Why?
Because you want that clout. You want to be looked at as somebody special when you ain't shit anyway, man. That shit you doing is vain. Getting on there, running it up on social media, just talking a bunch of madness. You women out here just shaking your ass on social media, making yourself for the target for one of them ICE agents run up in there and get your ass.
Like I said, you trusting in Egypt, whatever you get, you deserve. If you believe Trump lying ass, when them lies come back and bite you, you getting what you deserve.
You get bit by that serpent, ain't no pity.
No.
Because you being told already, man.
You made the dumb decision to trust your enemies. So no, ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you. I don't. Because you're hard-headed. You rather trust your enemy. You rather have your enemy rule over you versus Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So hey, you gonna get what comes with trusting your enemy. Look at that Edomite in that car. See how he got his phone pointed at us? See, these subtle ass devils.
They stand over from
Dude, always on some sneak shit. Walking by, acting like they don't see you, but they constantly ear hustling. Shit like that, bro. That's what the world is tired of. Esau always acting innocent, like he ain't doing nothing, but always on some bullshit. I got that scripture right here. Acts chapter 13, verse 10. And said, O full of all subtlety and all mischief, thou child of the devil, thou enemy of all righteousness, wilt thou not cease to pervert the right ways of the Lord? And see, that Edomite in that car that's trying to sneak and record us, they can't help it. It's in their nature to be serpent-like, sneaky.
Yeah.
That's why the Bible references them so many times, in so many places, so many chapters, so many books, as the serpent.
Yeah.
A snake is not going to tell you he's a snake. He's just going to be a snake.
And you pay attention good enough, you're going to see it anyway. You know, with the right discernment, you can tell when these Edomites, man, they be moving in that spirit down here, just being sneaky for no damn reason. We don't even ain't look this nigga way, ain't paying attention to him, but yeah, he wants to pay attention to us.
They can't help it. We are constantly, we should be rich. If we was charging Edomites rent, we would be rich because we are constantly living in y'all heads.
Yeah.
We should be charging y'all rent. Why are y'all so worried about so-called 13% of the population? Why y'all can't stop thinking about us? Why y'all can't stop talking about us? And most of all, why y'all can't stop lying on us?
He finna go take that picture or whatever he took right now. He finna go put a lie up on it.
He finna go edit it with some AI shit.
Because that's what they do. That's why I was telling y'all early in his camp. Like, you're gonna have to be real careful with this AI shit. Real careful, man. Because they gonna use that to accuse our brethren. I'm telling you. It's gonna go on a whole nother level. And when they start doing that, that's when you're gonna start seeing the family of the word kick off. Because it's gonna get dangerous out here. You know, they're gonna be trying to lock Jake up left and right. You brothers in these camps out here, they're gonna be trying to lock brothers up left and right based on some AI shit.
Lies have always been one of Esau's strongest weapons because of ignorance, basically. You fall for Esau's lies because you don't know that he's your enemy. That's out of ignorance. But once you know who your enemies are, you expect him to be the devil.
Yeah.
But see, a lot of y'all waiting on this man to turn over a new leaf. He's not. He's going to wax worse and worse. And his hatred for Israelites is going to increase.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Lord is constantly throwing monkey wrenches in this man's plans against us. And he's frustrating Esau's cause. That's going to put more hate in Esau's heart. His heart is going to be more hardened. And he's going to come with more draconian measures as a result. But you people out here trusting in your enemies, y'all going to be the low-hanging fruit. Y'all going to get caught up first. Because y'all the low-hanging fruit. Y'all trust y'all enemy. Oh, Esau never do something like this. Shit.
Right.
It's a kingdom at stake. This man is willing to do whatever, even if it means taking out his own people.
Yeah.
Y'all better wake up. It's a kingdom at stake. A rulership at stake that Esau does not want to give up. So he gonna bite, scratch, kick, all the way into them chains.
Yeah, he about to test some shit up here soon, boy. Because that penny is gone. You know, they done got rid of that penny or whatnot. That's gonna make it confusing for a lot of consumers because you have to round everything to the nearest nickel now. And on top of that, when you take the penny, that accelerates the digital ID thing.
Yep.
That accelerates it, man. And then on top of that, Apple has digital IDs now in the phone.
You see, now they said that as of now, as long as if you pay with a debit card or a credit card, they can charge the exact amount. But if you paying cash,
It's got to be the exact amount.
you about to get robbed because they're gonna round it up to the nearest cent, the highest cent. Let's say if your bill $9.94, they can either round it down to $9.90 or they can round it up to $10. Most of them gonna choose to round up, so they gonna rob you,
Yeah,
even if it's for those pennies.
And you know how many people that's gonna happen to, and all that money, because it's a lot of people in America, man. All that little money that's not accounted for going straight to them small hatters.
Yeah,
All that money.
that's why they pretending like they trying to scrape up some change for your SNAP benefits, or trying to scrape up some change for Section 8. Now all your money, the fake Jews getting it.
Yep.
Because soon as a fake Jew child is born, they get monthly deposits into a separate account. So by the time they 21, they already opening up businesses. That's why you see so many young rich Jews, because they have basically trust funds set up for them the day they are born. All our tax money goes to those funds. That's why they don't have, and plus on top of that money, they don't have to pay rent. They don't have to pay for their schools. They don't have to pay shit.
They used America to get they pockets fat. Now they're at the point now to where they don't really need America. So this bitch this place basically about to fall apart, man.
They got this thing on self-destruction.
You know, it ain't nothing that none of you people can do. You know, ain't nobody gonna be able to stand in the day of wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua and start taking place here, man. When these people start rolling in like a flood with that military and start pushing out all these different draconian laws, Agenda 2030 and all that, oh, you gonna know damn well what time it is, man. And a lot of you still gonna put your faith in Babylon after that. Still, it's some type of inch of hope. That's one thing Esau taught your people a lot of. It's always some type of hope.
Yeah.
It's always some hope. If you got a piece of hope, then that's all that matters. That false hope finna get a lot of y'all real disappointed, and it's gonna get you out of your mind. You're gonna get psychic. You're gonna go psycho mode out here.
Hope ain't gonna get you out of this. Faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua is. So you can hope that your enemy do the right thing and try to spare you, or you can do the right thing and put your trust and faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because this man finna show you who he really is. He's been holding back for so long, he tired of pretending to be the good guy. He wants to show who he is. That's why things are getting very drastic. And with these Epstein files about to be released, yeah, he finna turn it up. Now, like I said, he trying to demonize Democrats to discredit whatever they say.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth of the matter is, Democrats on there too. You think Bill Clinton ain't on that list? You think Obama ain't on that list? Y'all crazy. Those were world leaders at one point in time. And they just don't understand the flea flicker the small hats pulled on them. Jeffrey Epstein was a school teacher. They brought him in, hey, we need you to set up this island with a whole bunch of little girls and catch a whole bunch of powerful people on tape doing childish shit they shouldn't be doing, so we can blackmail them and use them.
Yeah.
It's not just politicians, it's celebrities, it's athletes, musicians, rappers.
So I think you're seeing a lot of them flee the country.
Yeah,
You see a lot of them fleeing the country. And then you got a lot of regular people, regular Americans trying to leave America too. But with that government shutdown situation and certain airspace being shut down, a lot of you people not gonna be able to flee nowhere.
Yep.
They gonna trap you in here. You're gonna get trapped in this country, man. And all hell gonna break loose at that point. A lot of people are already trapped here.
they say the new American dream is leaving America. That's the new dream now, to leave. Because Edomites can't stand Edomites right now. So I can imagine how y'all gonna get along in captivity, because you were never a nation of solidarity. There was no spirit of community in Edomites. That's us. That's why it ain't nothing for us to throw a barbecue or a cookout. We have a spirit of community, of family-oriented spirits. Y'all don't have that because y'all too much at each other's throats.
Yeah.
Jealous over material shit. Because guess what? And this, I'm gonna aim this at my people especially. Y'all putting y'all trust and y'all love and all this material shit is a weakness. Esau got you dependent on material things for your value. I'm gonna tell you this. I never seen a U-Haul follow a hearse. Never. So you ain't taking all this shit that you worship with you.
Not at all.
Matter of fact, it's gonna be burned in Babylon.
Somebody might get their hands on it for a short period of time, but yeah, it's gonna burn. Whatever it is that you leave here when you leave, it's gonna burn regardless what it is, bro. No matter if you got some type of monument set up somewhere, it's gonna get burned up, man. Everything on this land is gonna be burned up.
Everything has to burn because everything has been defiled.
Yeah.
That's the only way to clean it. Fire is a cleansing agent. That's why Israel is going to be burned, because of how bad the tiny tops have defiled the land. He saw them. He got his little devilish claws and everything. Ain't nothing sacred. Ain't nothing pure. And that's a reflection of America. There's nothing to respect about America. And if you do respect America, that means you're wicked. What is there righteous to respect about America? I'll wait.
So-called one nation under God.
Whatever.
Man, come
Those
on,
are just
man.
words.
If this is one nation under God, the real living God, trust me, it wouldn't be like this.
No.
So y'all, who's y'all God? You got to be talking about evil. You gotta be.
Those are them when they say Americans, they're talking about Edomites.
Yes.
That's why we don't care about participating in your bullshit American dream, because we know all this is about to come to an end.
You know, we got solemn feast days, and, you know, our people latch on to all of that shit and finna be held. Y'all finna, the Lord letting y'all mark yourselves, man. He putting you through a little something to call you. You know, some worse times, some worse than others than some. But he's doing things to call y'all to call on him, man. And you calling on him. You calling on Esau, man. That's gonna be your demise. It's definitely gonna be your demise, man. My tablet here, slow as hell.
I got a couple scriptures. This for y'all who trusting in Egypt, trusting in Jesus, cheese and rice. They both gonna fail you. Judges chapter 10, verse 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in your time of tribulation. And that goes further than cheese and rice. That goes to trusting in your government too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of y'all worship the government because Uncle E has taken such good care of you up to this point. He gave you Section 8. He gave you SNAP. Some of y'all can go down there and fill out a piece of paper where they'll help you pay your light bill.
Yeah.
All kind of dainties. But now look at him. He showed you how easy it is for him to just snatch it all away.
Man,
So it would be dangerous for you to continue to trust this man.
Esau, a full-blown Indian giver, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he is the living definition of that term. And all out of what? Out of feelings, out of jealousy, out of emotion.
I agree as well.
And that comes all the way back to the fact that Esau does not rule this earth. His emotions does. He goes wherever his little fragile emotions take him. That automatically disqualifies him as being unfit to rule. He's too emotional. It's like in the book of Sirach, he that is evil to himself, to whom shall he be good? He should not take pleasure in all his goods. Man shitting on his own people just to try to shit on us.
Yeah. And they getting the bulk of it.
Exactly.
Y'all getting the bulk of it, while at the same time, the curses that were put on us, it started to get put on y'all.
And another thing I brought out in the video this week, they caught a Edomite woman running out the grocery store with a shopping cart full of food. Meanwhile, on the other side of that token, you got black farmers out here giving away food. So that's going to anger Esau and his cause to try to demonize us. So he's going to go harder with the AI now. This is only go-to level. Lies, sorcery, and that sword. Them the only three cards he got left in his hand to play. Lies, sorcery, that sorcery being that AI shit, and the sword.
Lying signs and wonders with that AI on a whole nother level, man.
Yeah. He'll have you on a video saying something you never said. He'll have you on the video doing stuff you'll never do.
They got AI content creators. Making AI rappers that died that making money off of them. You know, Esau, he's got to go. We just got to get out of the way, man. You know, then a lot of you Edomites that was living high off the hog, y'all starting to feel that heat now. Because the Deuteronomy 30:7, and the Lord Yahweh thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And these people hate us and have been persecuting us for many years. You know, even with their actions, man. Now they starting to feel what it was like to be oppressed. You know, it started to also prove that they were the ones that were on most of the welfare, on most of the Section 8. It started to prove that as well. Because those are the ones you seeing more than anybody on there crying, man, on these social media platforms. Crying because they not getting their dainties.
Yep, that's why they crying. And this is spiritual. Because Cain was crying too.
Yeah, bless me, oh Father.
No, that was Esau. Cain.
Oh, you talking about Cain.
Yeah, it's in Genesis.
I'm thinking about E again.
Let me go to it real quick.
Now, he cried as well.
Yeah, Esau crying too. Cain. Let's go to Genesis. Chapter 4. And I start at verse 10. This is right after Cain slew Abel. And he said, this is the Lord speaking, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive my brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond thou shalt be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I could bear. That's why he on the video in the cars can't stop crying. But you didn't consider what you did to earn your judgment. That's why we said you ain't got away with nothing. The Lord is giving you plenty elbow room to earn your judgment. So when you get judged, Esau, ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for your ass.
You're fully justified and righteous.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't even know your intentions, the things that you have lined up that you haven't even done yet. We know everything that you are about to do because this Bible told us. The apostles and the elders and the bishops and the brothers, they broke these scriptures down to what you are about to do.
And they ain't lied yet, because everything they said you was going to do, you doing it.
Exactly.
From that rice all the way to trying to make this one world government system, man.
And he's stupid as hell for thinking it's gonna work. Like the Lord just gonna allow him to do all the wickedness in the world and not be judged for it. Don't you know that a false balance is an abomination to the Lord? And to allow you to get away with all your wickedness would be a false balance. So you're not getting away with anything. You are proving, number one, that you are the devil that the Bible speaks of. And number two, you're earning your judgment. So when your judgment comes to pass, the whole world will know who Esau Edom is because you constantly lying about it. The Bible says you were a born liar too. Psalm chapter 58, verse 3.
Yeah, they the forgers of liars in Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. And that goes into the pharmaceuticals as well. You know, like when we bringing out that covenant, that secret covenant. You know, all those things that's in the foods and shit. And then they had you go to the doctor and then they pump you up with more foolishness, man. You got to understand that a healthy patient is a lost customer. So there's never no truly of healing anyone.
They ain't
because
healing
there's
nothing.
no money in medicine if everybody's healthy, man.
Ain't no money in the cure.
Exactly.
That's why they got rid of Dr. Sebi and put his son in jail for carrying on his work. They gave his Dr. Sebi's son 150 years.
They had to make sure that knowledge didn't get out there.
Right. So let me ask you this. All this so-called medicine, and I regret calling it medicine because number one, medicine is not supposed to kill you. You got a stuffy nose. Side effects include heart attack, stroke, death. That's not medicine. That's dope. Now think of all the so-called medicine that Moderna and Pfizer has released, but it hasn't cured not one disease.
Nope.
These people they're getting rich off getting you to be addicted to these chemicals until you can no longer pay, and then they let you die.
Yep. And taxing the hell out of you with this medicine too.
Yeah, you dying in the worst condition you started before you start taking this medicine. Now you in a worse condition because now this so-called medicine is causing other problems.
Yeah.
So to fix those problems, you got to take more of Esau's chemicals. That causes other issues.
Yeah.
Now you got to take more of Esau's chemicals. You see what I'm saying? You see the endless cycle of insanity.
Now you're walking around here with a whole messed up mindset. Depressed. You can't move certain muscles. You're paralyzed on one side or something.
And over time, though, all those chemicals, they do affect your spirits. So you're constantly being enchanted by this man under what he calls good intention.
Yeah.
And now that the truth is coming out about all this stuff he's been trying to force you to take, like vaccinating your children. Studies, they got studies showing that causes autism in children.
Yeah, ADHD, all type of things. In the food as well. The Lunchables, you know, different types of cheeses you eat, the niacin in it.
Yep.
You know, it's all types of shit in these foods, man. Scripture say we will eat our bread defiled amongst the Gentiles, man. You know, all this defiled bread out here. That's why we say the scriptures never lie. But y'all still want to talk shit. But you gonna find out. Some of you on there, some of you out here right now. You eating a bunch of foolishness right now that got you having high blood pressure, hypertension, something.
I got this scripture right here. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 14, verse 7. And if he do it good, he do it unwillingly, and at the last he would declare his wickedness. That's the truth coming out about all this so-called medicine and how it's so damaging to you and not beneficial. This is one of the many spells and sorceries Esau has enchanted the world with, like he got good intentions. I want to save the world. I want to save the world. So you're going to go out your way and do something nobody told you to do. Nobody asked you to spend billions and billions on vaccines, so-called.
The money that could have went into the economy, though.
No, it ain't even that,
Yeah,
man.
he just,
It shows you the further deception of this man, because you can stand by and commit genocide. You can stand by and let billions of people starve. But all of a sudden, out of the kindness of your heart, you want to jab up everybody. Come on, man.
experiment. He wants to experiment on everybody.
But you saw how he packaged it to sell it to you.
Yep.
It's safe, it's effective. We want everybody safe. And we think the blacks and Latinos should take it first. That's a giveaway right there. You just told on yourself. You just gave away your wickedness. So you can sit back and watch us be genocide. You can sit back and watch us starve. But all of a sudden, now you got to change your heart and you want to do something good for us. And you want us to be the first ones to take it.
Don't forget about the Tuskegee Airmen.
Yeah. we might have been born at night, but not last night.
Right.
Never trust thine enemy. That word never is there for a reason.
Close out on that, bro.
So the next time Esau try to give you something free,
You better do your research on it.
exactly, you better know who your enemies are first. And second, you need to be aware of the desperate position that Esau is in right now. Revelation 12:12, he knows that he has but a short time. So keep this in mind, that a desperate man is a dangerous man. And worst of all, he's an emotional man. Remember, Esau does not rule the world. His emotions do. And he goes wherever his emotions tell him to go.
Desperate times come with desperate measures. And that's what he's about. He's desperate, and he's finna do some desperate shit. And y'all about to see when he start pushing that digital ID out there, and ultimately the chip, to where you can't buy, sell, or trade without it. Because it's coming.
Yeah, this man is finna live out James 1:8. The double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So y'all remember that. That's what another thing that makes him unfit to rule. He's unstable in all his ways. The king of reneging on promises. We can end it on that.
With that being said, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem,
Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakadash.
Until next time, Shalom and the Babal.
Babal. Shalom.
Fingers getting